Now that we have the patient set up, we've checked our impedance, we've selected our protocol, intensity, 97 dB, and our ear, which is the right ear. Remember, when we have the right ear selected, we are going to have the patient lift and turn to the left, which we'll do in just a moment. We are ready to start. And so when I click start, I'm going to have the patient lift and turn. So we will click start, go ahead, lift and turn. You'll see this EMG monitor here at the top, and so I want to click down if it's too high so that the green here is going to be in the middle. This is really important for cVEMP responses, not so much for ovEMP responses. We want the muscle contraction to be here because it helps us get an equal response from both sides if there's differences in contractions between them. So we'll see off to the left, we can go ahead and relax. We recorded 100 sweeps on that one. This is a really large response, and so in order for us to see it well, I'm going to go up to the top left and adjust our scaling so that we can make it smaller. The scaling value up here, it says 50, and so what it means is that we're going to have 50 microvolts between each of these blocks, and so we're able to kind of see the difference, whereas when I was here it was 20 and it didn't even fill up, it way more than filled up the screen. So I want to adjust it so I can see the whole cVEMP response here. And so we'll do the same thing again. I'll hit 97 dB. Our patient's going to lift and turn to the left. Go ahead, lift and turn. We'll hit start, and we're running. You should have also noticed on that first one, right before we hit, or right as we hit go, it said, are you sure that you want to play this at a loud intensity? Again, yes, we are sure this is a 97 dB, and it's run for a very short period of time. We've got 60 sweeps, our EMG scaling is good, so we're going to stop and the patient can relax and return back to center. And so we've got our right ear responses here. So now I'm going to switch over to the left. I will unplug the right ear and plug in the left ear because I want my patient to be able to hear what's going on and the directions that I'm giving during the testing. So now that I've got the left ear plugged in, we're going to go over here. Our protocol is already selected. We'll hit 97 again, and then we'll do left ear. So we've got our left ear response happening. And so this time, because the left ear is plugged up, we're measuring from the left sternocleidomastoid muscle. In order to contract that muscle, she has to turn to the right. So I'll tell her, go ahead, lift and turn. We'll hit start, and yes, we know it's a loud intensity. And so we're going to double check our EMG monitor up here, make sure it's in the middle. Usually when you adjust it for the first one, the second one should be fine. So we've already done it for the right ear, the left ear looks good. It's right here in the middle. We're looking at our sweeps at the same time, so we're at about 80, so we'll tell her to relax. She returns back to center, and we stop the recording. Again, a very large response here. cVEMP is much, much larger than our ovEMP responses. And so we want to go ahead and repeat that. So we've hit 97 dB, left ear, so we'll have her lift and turn to the right again. We're going to let it run, about 60 to 100 sweeps. And then we will relax. And those match up very good. So she returned to center. Our waveforms are matching up very good. These are super similar here. If we want to run a threshold cVEMP, say we want to check that on our patient, all we would do for this, we'll stick on the left side for now, I'm going to click 70 dB, and we're going to see if there's a response. So she's going to do the exact same thing. So I'll tell her, go ahead, lift and turn to the right. She does so. We're running it at 70. This typically goes away unless a patient has a semicircular canal dehiscence. The other thing to remember is that the latency should not change. So unlike an ABR, how wave 5 shifts, if cVEMP is present here, you will see it at the exact same latency, and we will stop. If we look here, the waves, there's nothing here on the screen showing that anything that resembles this in any smaller form, and so this is a negative response. We would not think that there's a third window pathology here. So just for you to see that and what we're looking for. We want to see it follow the same pattern and same look as it was at 97, but here we're seeing nothing, so we are good with our patient.